Welcome. Guess it would have been better if I had my microphone on. Some of that happens sometimes, you know. Welcome in. Old Guy John do this on a Saturday evening. This is the 14th of June. The theme this evening is Father's Day. So thanks for coming in. We got, where's my theme? I don't know, it just says people and blogs, and let me find out where that is. So, trying to find here where it still shows loneliness. There we go. Thanks. That's why I have a moderator. For those of you watching this replay, sorry for that first 3 minutes of silence there. So, Father's Day is our theme this week. Get it going here. There we go. Get the right mouse. Now it should say Father's Day on there. All right, thanks for coming in again. Old Guy John here, senior citizen, Pacific Northwest. I do this on Saturday evenings from the Old Guy John Studios, high above my garage here in the Pacific Northwest. Was really warm last week, but this week's cooled down, so much more temperate. Even up here in the Old Guy John Studio, it is nice to be here with you on this Father's Day weekend. For those of you who have not been with me before, I am known for three different things. I'm known for inspirational quotes, inspirational poems, and wonderful dad jokes. So if you're into any of those, I ask you to stick around with me this evening. And I like to call this the Inspiration Hour. I used to call it the Positivity Hour. But as you will see, some of the quotes and poems here are more sentimental and inspiring than positive in nature. And I also gave myself the self proclaimed moniker of Mr. Rogers for adults. This is a safe place to come out here on social media. Lots and lots of stuff out here floating around. I stay away from politics and religion in my lives that I do. You are more than welcome to come in, but I do have a moderator here, so ask you to stay within the theme of the live, and again, a nice safe place to come and be here. As always, I start out with a very very important theme to me, and that is suicide. So suicide continues to be a problem here in America and throughout the world. And if you are a military veteran like myself, you are in a demographic that is at higher risk of suicide, 3 or more times the rate of the average American citizen. There is a national suicide hotline number, 988. So if you happen to be feeling in a especially depressed mood, where to the point you're thinking about some dark things, I would ask you to reach out to 988. There are live counselors standing by. And for my military veteran brothers and sisters, if you dial 988 and select option 1, you will get in touch with a military specific counselor. And it might not be you, right? You might be in here to hear some of my wonderful dad jokes and other things. And I would ask you, if you know someone, maybe your friend, maybe even a family member who's acting a little bit more down than normal, that you go ahead and reach out to them also. Just maybe say hello, ask them how they're doing. Might be enough to show that you care. But if it is more serious than that, you can maybe suggest to them that 988 is there to help them through a difficult time. And now that I come back in, I'm going to have to reset my t-shirt again. One of those things. It's not that big of a deal. There we go. So welcome in again. Old Guy John here on Father's Day Eve, the 14th of June. Have my nice little shirt here, purchased in the past by my daughters. Kind of like that one. And again, if you are new to my channel or my lives, I'm known for three things: inspirational quotes, inspirational poems, and dad jokes. So without further ado, let's get into some dad jokes. And these will be in the theme of Father's Day. Why did the dad bring a ladder to the barbecue? Because he heard the stakes were high. And what did the coffee say to Dad on Father's Day? You're beautiful. And why was Dad staring at the orange juice? Because it said concentrate. And why did Dad cross the road? To tell a joke on the other side, of course. And why did the dad cry while golfing on Father's Day? He was going through a rough patch. He may have been growing through also. Why was Dad staring at the orange juice at Father's Day brunch? Because he was thirsty. I actually duplicated the joke there. Why did the dad bring a pencil to his Father's Day dinner? Because he wanted to draw some attention. And what's a dad's favorite kind of music on Father's Day? Pop music, of course. And what did Dad say when he opened a Father's Day gift and saw a tie? I'm not surprised. And why did the dad sit on the clock on Father's Day? Because he wanted to be on time. And what's a groundbreaking Father's Day gift to give your dad? A shovel, of course. All right, welcome in. Old Guy John here, senior citizen, Pacific Northwest. Do this live on Saturday evenings. Last week was really late with this live, 3 hours later than we are right now. So maybe I'm throwing off some of my followers from coming into the lives here. But I am known for three different things. I'm known for wonderful wonderful dad jokes, like you just got a sample of, inspirational poems, and inspirational quotes. If this is the first time that you're seeing me, I would kindly ask you to check out my profile, my channel, and see what I'm about. Lots and lots of videos there, shorts of dad jokes and inspirational quotes, and a few other regular, longer videos, one of which is a theme of solitary bees. So I'm kind of a bee dad, and I had the privilege of being taken to local, oh, that's his behind. Almost broke everything there. So I was taken to a local some beekeepers. Keep a couple of hives at their place, but also have a retail store. Sell a lot of honey. Really sweet over there. And being Father's Day, my daughter's got me a nice little Father's Day card. That's kind of cool. You can kind of see through the rocket there. So just some little something for me for Father's Day. I do these lives in 3 different segments. Start out with dad jokes, then do some inspirational quotes and inspirational poems. So go ahead and go into some inspirational quotes. A father's feelings are sometimes unspoken. His fears and tears can be hidden, but his love is deeper than the ocean. And that is from Maulud Benzadi. And here's one from Rochelle E. Goodrich. I have a couple of Rochelle's quotes in here this evening. The best fathers have the softest, sweetest hearts. In other words, great dads are real marshmallows. And that's definitely me. Here's another quote. Fathers are the pillars of the home. Without them, the citadel of confidence crumbles. Without them, the tendrils of hope withers. Without them, sweet and great dreams turn to nightmares. And that's from Michael Bassey Johnson, from the book of Maxims, Poems, and Anecdotes. And here's one from Hendrik Vanlin. There's something beautiful about a mother's embrace, and there's something magical about a father's affirmations. Here's another. This is from Ephantus Mwenda. True men embrace their responsibility. They know being a father should be real, not just owning a name. I like that one. And here's one. May we as fathers pray that God would transform the men that we are in order to heal the wounds that we have caused. And might we kneel before this God every day so that the transformation never stops, but the wounding does. And that's from Craig D. Lounsborough. And I'd like to point out at this time, just like when I did the Mother's Day themed live, that you may not have had the best relationship with your father, or in some cases you may not have even known your father. So this is one of those quotes that may hit more true to you than some of the others that I'm presenting here. Here's another. Father's Day was invented mainly to further milk a father through the buying of gifts for him by his children and their mother with his money. I like that one. That's from Moko Kama Moko Nanano. Moko Noana. Moko Kama Moko Noana. There we go. And here's one very inspirational person. Was the coach of North Carolina State basketball. quite a few decades ago now, Jim Valvano. He died early, uh, losing his battle with cancer. Quote from him: "My father gave me the greatest gift anyone could give another person. He believed in me." And I can say that about my own father, that my own father was very supportive. Maybe not early on as close to me as now in retrospect, maybe I would have liked, but that's also a two-way street, right? It's not necessarily that it was him not sharing with me. And here's another quote: "No one is ever quite ready. Everyone is always caught off guard. Parenthood chooses you, and you open your eyes, look at what you've got, say, 'Oh my gosh,' and realize that of all the balls there ever were, this is the one you should not drop. It's not a question of choice." And that's from Marisa de los Santos, from Marissa's work, Love Walked In. So fitting whether you're a father or a mother, that particular quote. Thank you for coming in this evening over here on YouTube. Old Guy John, senior citizen here in the Pacific Northwest. Do this on Saturday evenings, coming in a little earlier than I have been on YouTube here, but ask you to check out my channel, like and subscribe if you like the things that you see there. And thanks for joining me this evening. Looks like just have myself and my moderator at this point, but that's perfectly fine because here on YouTube I can post the recording of this live for you all to enjoy. So whether you're in here live or watching it on Father's Day, thank you for stopping by. As mentioned earlier, I'm known for three things. I'm known for inspirational quotes, which you've just heard, wonderful dad jokes, and inspirational poems. The poems that I present here are mainly from a website, Family Friend Poems. I would encourage you to go over and check out their website. Some of the poems that I find from there are from traditional poets, for instance, Robert Frost, but others are from more modern day poets that probably have not been heard of by a lot of people. This poem was published in November 2006 by Karen K. Boyer, and this is called Silent Strong Dad. He never looks for praises. He's never one to boast. He just goes on quietly working for those he loves the most. His dreams are seldom spoken. His wants are very few. And most of the time his worries will go unspoken too. He's there, a firm foundation, through all our storms of life, a sturdy hand to hold on to in times of stress and strife, a true friend we can turn to when times are good or bad, one of our greatest blessings, the man that we call Dad. And again, that's a poem from Karen K. Boyer called Silent Strong Dad, published in November 11th, 2006. And I took that from the Family Friend Poems website. And here's another one. This is called My Dad. This is from a poet, Vicky Fry, and she published this in June of 2015. If I could write a story, it would be the greatest ever told. I'd write about my daddy, for he had a heart of gold. My dad, he was no hero, known around this world. He was everything to me, for I was his baby girl. I'd write about the lessons he taught me right from wrong. He instilled in me the values that one day I'd be strong. He taught me to face my fears, take each day as it comes, for there are things that we can't change. He would say, what's done is done. He would say, hold your head up high, carry yourself with pride. Thanks to him, I am somebody. I will never run and hide. If I could write a story, it would be the greatest ever told. I'd write about my daddy, for he had a heart of gold. And again, that's a poem, My Dad, by Vicky Fry, originally published June 6th, 2015. Thanks for coming in this evening. Old Guy John here, senior citizen, doing these lives from the Old Guy John Studios high above my garage in the Pacific Northwest. Tried to do this, had been doing it a little bit later in the evening, decided to go a little bit earlier, but didn't tell anybody about it. So not a lot of people with the live right now, but being YouTube, I will post this as a recorded live, so you may be watching this after I've actually done the live. We have hi. So we still have our viewers. So thanks for coming in. Please check out my channel. And I do these lives. I prepare a script. You may, if you're very astute, be able to pick up that I'm reading off of a teleprompter. And part of the reason I do that is because I include a whole bunch of stuff that there's no way I would remember. I do dad jokes, inspirational quotes, and inspirational poems, which you've just had a taste of. Have a couple of hundred viewers over here on YouTube. This is where I would really like to be for all of my social media that I do in the future going forward. Right now I'm also on TikTok as Old Guy John 2, TOO, and on Instagram as Old Guy John. I will be doing this same live about 30 minutes from now over on TikTok and Instagram simultaneously. So if you came in late here, you can always go over there and check out the live. Now it's time for some more dad jokes. Okay, why did the dad bring a ladder to the bar on Father's Day? Because he heard drinks were on the house. And why did the dad get an extra pair of golf pants for Father's Day? He got a hole-in-one. And what did the grape say to his dad on Father's Day? Thanks for raising me right. And why did Dad high-five himself on Father's Day? Because no one appreciates his jokes quite like he does. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Did you hear about the insect to receive his gift weeks after Father's Day? It was belated. And why did the dad open the fridge on Father's Day every 5 minutes? He was checking if any cool gifts appeared. And how much did the moon eat during Father's Day dinner? A lot, because it was full. And how does Darth Vader like his toast cooked on Father's Day? On the dark side, of course. And how did the dad and his kids watch the fishing show on Father's Day? They live streamed it. And what does the pig give his dad for Father's Day? Lots of hogs and kisses. And what do hermit crabs do on Father's Day? They celebrate their dads. Little preemptive. They celebrate their dads. And why did the bald dad use his credit card at the wig shop? I don't like it. To pay. All right. Old Guy John, senior citizen. Do this on Saturday evenings. Pacific Northwest. Thanks for coming by. Do this from the Old Guy John Studios. Actually, all right, getting on a different page here for myself so I can see what's going on. I am known for 3 things. Wonderful dad jokes, inspirational quotes, and inspirational poems. The theme this week is Father's Day. Father's Day is tomorrow here in the United States. Might be a different day wherever you may be viewing from or viewing this at. So happy Father's Day for all the fathers. I am a father myself of 3 beautiful daughters. That just reminded me of another dad joke. Yeah, I'm a son of a gun. He was a real pistol. Yeah, had to throw that one in there. My daughters took me to some beekeepers today, and it was unbelievable. It was pretty cool over there. They have a few hives that they have on their property, lots and lots of plants that the bees can feed from, and they also have a little bee farm or a shop that they sell honey out of over in Portland, Oregon. What's the name there, Goroka-chan? What was the name of the bee place? You can go ahead and put it in the chat there if you remember. Beelicious. There we go. Thank you. That gets a small cowbell. So Beelicious in Portland, Oregon. So if you're in the area over here, encourage you to check them out. Check out their website. Thanks for coming in. This is the Inspiration Hour. Again, do this every Saturday evening. I'll be doing this for about 15 more minutes over here on YouTube. If you happen to come in late, you can catch me probably in about 20 minutes over on TikTok or Instagram. I'm Old Guy John. Over on TikTok, I'm Old Guy John TOO. Short story, long story about that. Going to be doing the same theme, but again, if you happen to come in late, would like to catch the start of my live, and hopefully it'll be better over there. Started this live without sound, so probably will have some people tune out to my recording of the live, but I'll go ahead and try to edit it to take out that very first part there that I messed up. It's live. What can you say? Gotta love it. So now I'm in the portion of inspirational quotes. And once again, the theme this week is Father's Day. A father is the man who realizes that a life spent in the service of his children is the creation of a legacy so vast that it can be deeply drawn from for generations to come, but it will never be emptied by anyone who comes to it. That's from Craig D. Lounsbrough. Like that one. And here's one. Have you ever noticed? In cartoons, fathers are often useless loafs, incapable of even the least bit of kindness, even though there's no more tender meat than a father's heart. That's from Zidrau from the work The Adoption. Here's one from Lila Gifty Akitia. Every man is a king in his home. And Emmanuel Apetzi wrote, we don't need a special day to celebrate mothers and fathers. They deserve to be celebrated every day. Hear, hear. Love that one. And here's one from Deepak John. A father's love is not bound by your rituals for him, but his relationship with you. Here's another from Craig D. Lounsbrough. The difference between a man and a father is that the former shares his genes, but latter gives his life. Very nice. I like that one. Here's one from Clarence B. Kelland. My father didn't tell me how to live. He lived and let me watch him do it. And here's one. I suddenly remember being very little and being embraced by my father. I would try to put my arms around my father's waist, hug him back. I could never reach the whole way around the equator of his body. He was that much larger than life. Then one day I could do it. I held him instead of him holding me. And all I wanted at that moment was to have it back the other way. And that's from Jody Pico. Yeah, that one is very nice. Thanks for coming in this evening. Old Guy John here, senior citizen from the Old Guy John studio in the Pacific Northwest. You can check out my channel. Subscribe if you like. Have lots of shorts, inspirational quotes like you just heard, and wonderful dad jokes. Also have a couple of inspirational poems there. And in this part of my life, I do inspirational poems. I mentioned earlier that I pull these poems from Family Friend Poems website. I forgot to mention also earlier, although this is a prepared script every week, I don't use other people or AI to prepare these scripts. I go out and find these poems and quotes and jokes myself, and especially for the quotes and poems, I don't just randomly pick those things and put them in my script. I pick things that mean a lot to me. Here's a poem. This is from Christina M. Kirshen, and again, this is from Family Friend Poems from November 2006, and this is called Special Hero. When I was a baby, you would hold me in your arms. I felt the love and tenderness, keeping me safe from harm. I would look up into your eyes, and all the love I would see. How did I get so lucky? You were the dad chosen for me. There's something special about a father's love. Seems it was sent to me from some place up above. Our love is everlasting. I just wanted you to know that you're my special hero, and I wanted to tell you so. And again, that one is Special Hero from Christina M. Kirshen, in the theme of Father's Day. And here's another one. This is timely. I liked the title and the theme of this. Father's Day in heavenly Wi-Fi bliss. Oh dear departed Dad, are you up in heaven or perhaps in hell? I wonder, do they offer Wi-Fi up there? I hope you've got my number saved with care. Father's Day is here, you know, and everyone's giving their love a show. So I thought of you up in the skies and sending you wishes, oh so wise. How can you resist with internet divine? Check my WhatsApp status. It'll be quite a find. I hope you're feeling proud and full of glee, knowing your son remembers, as you can see. Amun's sister, we keep you in prayers. Forgetting you? Oh no, we wouldn't dare. Stay happy and blessed wherever you may be. Your loving son, signing off with glee. And that's from Vinod Verghese Anthony. I like that one, very timely. Wi-Fi in heaven. Old Guy John, senior citizen, do these lives from my Old Guy John studio, high above my garage here in the Pacific Northwest in the Portland, Oregon area. Call this the Inspiration Hour. I present things that may help you through your day, whether it be a inspirational quote, inspirational poem like I just presented to you, or a silly dad joke. So here we go with our last segment of dad jokes. Why don't they have Father's Day sales? Because fathers are priceless. And what do you call a person who is not a dad who makes dad jokes? A faux pas. And what did the cheerleader bring her dad for breakfast on Father's Day? Cheerios, of course. Rah, rah, rah. And what's the best thing a new dad can get for Father's Day? A long nap. And why did the Bean children give their dad a sweater for Father's Day? He was chilly. And what did the puppies make their dad for Father's Day breakfast? Poached eggs. And why do sons love Father's Day so much? Because it's always on Sunday. And what makes more noise than a child jumping on Daddy's bed on Father's Day morning? Two children jumping on Daddy's bed. And what do you call a father lion's family? His pride and joy. And why did the dad get kicked out of the bakery? He kept telling crummy jokes. All right, welcome here. Old Guy John, senior citizen, Pacific Northwest, doing the live. Ask you to check out my channel. I'm known for three things. I'm known for dad jokes, inspirational poems, and inspirational quotes. Do this on Saturday evenings, trying different times over here on YouTube, seeing how things work. But if you did not catch the live, maybe you are watching this on replay, which is perfectly fine. If you happen to come in late, I'm going to be doing this in about 10 minutes over on Instagram and YouTube, so you can join me over there. Here are some inspirational quotes. This is the last segment of inspirational quotes. When I was a child, all problems had ended with a single word from my father. A smile from him was sunshine, his scowl a bolt of thunder. He was smart and generous, and honorable without fail. He could exile a trespasser, check my math homework, and fix the leaky bathroom sink all before dinner. For the longest time, I thought he was invincible, above the petty problems that plague normal people. And now he was gone. That is from Rachel Vincent from her work Alpha. Here's one from Cormac McCarthy from Cormac's work The Road. You have my whole heart, you always did. You're the best guy you always were. Here's another. And this is another one from Jody Pico. When I was little, I bragged about my firefighting father. My father would go to heaven because if he went to hell, he would put out all the fires. Like that one from Jody. Here's one from Mario Puzo from The Godfather. A man who is not a father to his children can never be a real man. This is what I know. I look like my father. My father disappeared when he was 17 years old. Hannah once told me that there's something unnatural about being older than your father ever got to be. When you can say that at the age of 17, it's a different kind of devastating. And that's from Melanie Marchetta from Melina's work On the Jellicoe Road. And as mentioned earlier on the live, you may have lost your father when you were young, or your father may have left you when you were young. And here's one from Angels and Demons, the work by Dan Brown. No love is greater than that of a father for his son. And another from Veronica Roth from the work Allegiant. People are supposed to aspire to become their fathers, not shudder at the thought. And another heartfelt one from Anna H. Veniarchi. A father's tears and fears are unseen. His love is unexpressed, but his care and protection remains as a pillar of strength throughout our lives. Old Guy John, senior citizen, doing this on Saturday evenings from the Pacific Northwest, leaving you with a inspirational poem. This is a classic from Dylan Thomas. Do not go gentle into that good night. Do not go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and rage at close of day. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. The wise men at their end know dark is right, because their words had forked no lightning. They do not go gentle into that good night. Good men, the last wave by, crying how bright their frail deeds may have danced in a green bay. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Wild men who caught and sang the sun in flight, and learned too late they grieved it on its way. Do not go gentle into that good night, grave men near death, who see with blinding sight. Blind eyes could blaze like meteors and be gay. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. And you, my father, there on the sad height, curse, bless me now with your fierce tears, I pray. Do not go gentle into that good night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Once again, that was the very classic poem from Dylan Thomas, Do Not Go Gentle into That Good Night. Thank you very much for spending some time with me. It's never lost on me that the time you spend with me is time that you could otherwise spend doing something else. So I'm always humbled by that thought. And never forget, you, yes, you, are a beautiful person. You're special, and you are loved. Once again, never forget, even if you're watching this on replay, you are a beautiful person. You are special, and you are loved. As always, I ask you in the coming week to be humble and kind. We can use much more of that in our world. And of course, I want you, until next time, to stay safe and stay well. Old Guy John, have a good night. Thanks to everyone.